Final Form
R.I.P. Jessica
podcast.
Walters.
Final Form podcast. This week, top 5 anime villains. So it's really top 20 because we're each going to drop a top 5. The way we're going to do this is we'll do Dagger's 5, J Will's 5, my 5, then Rel's 5, and then Dagger's 4, J Will's 4, and so on.
Yeah.
So we could just jump in then. Demon King Dagger, what's your number 5?
All right, coming in at number 5, have Toguro Younger from Yu Yu Hakusho, the demon killer himself.
Super Heat.
Toguro Younger is crazy. Toguro Younger is crazy.
He's unlike every other villain on my list. He's very calm and collected. Like, very calm and collected, but at the same time, it's like he'll punch a hole through your fucking head. And he does do that several times.
He's cool, but he's also, like, nasty as fuck.
Yeah. It's pretty much sculpted like the Giga Chad meme.
Yeah, he's crazy drippy, too. This fits dumb well.
Something we're gonna see a lot. Something we're gonna see a lot because I'm looking at our lists right now is like, does the villain shift the tone of the show when they're introduced? And Toguro Younger does that. He turns the knob like shit's getting real now. There's also that moment where they introduce.
And he's a tournament arc villain.
Yes, the best arc, one of the best arcs, certainly the best tournament arc, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's the moment. The moment that they reveal like the classes. And they're like, this guy was only this class.
Oh,
you're like, oh my fucking god, like this shit's crazy.
Younger Toguro's only a B class demon.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, he just destroyed a whole building.
Upper B class, bro. Possibly lower A class, bro.
He just beat newly fucking powered up Yusuke. How did this happen? What do you mean B class?
And his story was cool.
He's literally wearing his brother, you know.
His story was cool too with Genkai and whatnot. Like he was like, man, I just want somebody to put me down. I've done a lot of wrong, but I'm gonna keep doing it until somebody is bad enough to
dead.
Stop
he can
me.
Finally do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
What's wrong with first to kill me?
It's just like, why stop now? I've been doing it for so long. It's all I know how to do.
Cool guy.
Oh, besides from the fact, has a whole team of what I consider to be high powered job guys when it all comes down to it, but has a whole team, doesn't need them.
Mm-hmm.
It realistically did not need them. Like, could have beaten everyone on Yusuke's team by himself.
Yeah, he could have just walked up on them niggas.
He's the ultimate lone wolf. Aside from that, just because like he pretty much he's the cool guy, so he does his own thing, he walks his own path, he does what he wants to do.
His super form is a bit much design wise for me.
Just a tad.
It's like his super duper form.
It's super duper ugly, but does show the demon.
Yeah.
Man looks like a swole ass zombie.
Yeah, like ridiculous. Okay.
That shit is like dumb ugly.
So
if Frankenstein was made into an anime.
Toguro Younger, Dagger's number 5. He's somewhere in my top 10, so that's a damn good pick. Willie.
Oh, okay. Let me just say.
Okay.
All right. So, spoiler alert. Koenma offers him a light sentence. He just, has to do whatever. Chooses hell anyway. Chooses 10,000 years of darkness.
That spoke to you?
And he really only dies because he exerted so much energy. Like,
yeah, still nobody.
Like he burnt out. He burnt out. He was gassed.
He's metal. He's metal.
Fighting.
He's metal.
He chose 10,000 years of hell. That shit is crazy.
Chooses 10,000 years of darkness.
Okay.
Man have problems.
Okay, Jay Will, what's your 5?
Saito, bro, from Rurouni Kenshin.
Hajime Saito.
Saito was stupid crazy to me, bro, because Rurouni Kenshin had been on this nice wave, nice little friendly, like, reverse blade fighting style. He was just knocking people out. He wasn't really cutting them up. He clearly was a skilled. He clearly was a skilled swordsman, but like, he was still just stunting on these guys. Mm-hmm. Kenshin was, but when Saito showed up, bro, like his whole demeanor changed, bro. It was different.
He got pushed. That first Saito fight is when Rurouni Kenshin starts getting
crazy.
Really fucking good. That's the beginning of the new Kyoto arc, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
and
I think so.
Yeah, it is because I remember it exactly. Like the whole, like the background of the whole show just changed. It was like darkish purple. Mm-hmm. Like Kenshin's face was like he was mad as hell because he knew Saito was around and he was actually threatening people and he had to fight this man. The crazy thing was, like, seeing Saito, he realized that he had to reverse his sword back. And I was like, damn, so this is the guy that can do it right here. This nigga right here is the one that's gonna like do that shit. I was like, bro, I fucks with this. And when they fought, it was a real fight. It was some real shit.
Yeah.
Saito was putting the pause to this nigga. I mean, Kenshin, was dubbing this boy, but still, Saito was like, "What's up? Like, I'm gonna finish what we started years ago." And I was like, "Man, this is great." And it went with the show so perfectly because their era of samurai was dying, and he was just clinging on to like his old life that just forced Kenshin to jump back into his old life. And guess what? Kenshin loved it. Says he doesn't, but guess what? He was just doing it.
He does.
Back at it. That's a good show, bro. Minus the filler.
Another tonal shift.
Yeah.
He hops on the scene and shit changed. It got serious. And you can see it on Kenshin's face. That didn't happen very often, that he looks like that. Where he looks like Batosai. So that segues into mine. My number 5 is Makoto Shishio, Rurouni Kenshin. Being the pioneer, the main villain of one of my favorite arcs, if not my favorite arc in all of anime. First off, I love how his power is somewhat explained, like the flame. It's like the oil. Yeah. It's like the oil from the fat and the blood that he kills people. His sword is so slick that it can light up. Like, I love Rurouni Kenshin for that. They have goofy ass explanations, but they try to explain stuff at least.
Yeah.
So I fuck with that. He's the main part of the best arc in all of Shonen, potentially. It's certainly a top 5 arc. Undebatable top 5 arc. Anybody could come see me about that.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
That arc is ridiculous. There's a bunch of crazy good fights in there.
He has a baddie. He has a fucking baddie. If you've seen Rurouni Kenshin, you know his chick is bad. And his
sidekick
he has a
is
pet
crazy.
Jew.
He has a sidekick, and it's crazy. His sidekick is dumb.
The cute dude? The one dude that's like a kid?
Like stupid fast. Stupid fast nigga.
What's his name?
Just putting the pause to everyone.
He has multiple. That's his thing. Another thing I wanted to say about him. He's manipulative. Like, he knows how to spin people's desires, like, in his own favor to make them work for him. Like, he does that with everybody that works for him. And he does it well. There's some real ass motherfuckers that work for him, and he somehow has tricked them. I forget the dude's name. I think it's Aoshi, but I'll put him on the screen. There's
the Oniwaban group guy.
Very badass motherfuckers, but they work for him still because he spinned it that way. Like, hey, I can get you what you want.
What you really want, bro?
Badass design. Just cool ass fucking design with the purple and the burnt skin and the bandage. I love his fucking story. He was like betrayed by his own government, so now he wants to take it down. I'm all about that. That's some
big revolution.
And some classic.
Just plunge the world into chaos.
Classic villainous social Darwinism. Some The social Darwinism is basically that the weak exist for the benefit of the strong.
Yeah.
So you have to step on them because that's what they're fucking there for.
Yep.
And that's
raw.
You know, although it might not be something I necessarily agree with fundamentally, it's a notion that I can. When a villain is like that, I'm like, that shit's raw. So
yeah, it is. It really is.
Makoto Shishio, he's raw as fuck. Relly, Big Rail. What's your number 5?
I got the Espadas as a whole group because as far as like anime groups go with villains, there's not really a lot that aren't even like a group because a lot of them have like their own agenda and schemes and plans, and they're all like just fucking crazy wrong. Like
they're all serving one guy.
Yeah, like just because he's just that much stronger than him, they have to just bow down and cut out their own little ambitious plans because he's just so powerful that they can just crush the group. But like the one scientist dude, he was plotting on a couple. Like they're just grimy as hell. Like they're not even a group. They're like just a ranking really.
Yeah, they're a dope ass like little prison fucking.
Yeah, they're a prison gang.
Wiccamundo boys and girls.
Ukiura, one of my favorites.
They're dope as fuck.
Ukiura.
He's in his spot, right?
Yeah.
He's cold.
He's cool. Grimmjow.
Of course, Grimmjow.
Goat.
Dark is pretty raw himself.
Wait, they're deep. They're deep, aren't they?
They're deep as fuck, bro.
Deep as Bleach in general, but particularly the Arnkar.
There's like 14 of these motherfuckers, if not more. There's that one dude, the Spanish dude. He was raw as fuck. I can't.
What was his name?
Essentially, they're all technically supposed to be like Spanish.
Yeah,
they all have weird
Hueco Mundo, right? The dead world.
Yeah.
It's a dude with a mustache.
Talking about that, he did the kicks and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I'm too far removed from Bleach to know. I'm trying to pull up a pic on my phone right now. But fuck that dude. That dude was my favorite. He was hilarious.
I know you're talking. The guy who has the crown across his face.
Yes.
It's like the circlet crown almost, but clearly made out of bone bleach material.
I'd have to see it again, but I remember being like, "This guy's fucking hilarious."
The King Wiccamundo.
Yes.
The King of Wiccamundo, the old ass man.
The gay nigga was a bit much.
Bro, he has a lit ass name. It's like I can't even Zalilopolis or something. It's stupid. Drippy, honestly. He has a drippy ass name.
There's another character. She has teal hair. Is she in Espada? She's like a little girl, but then she grows up into like the hot ass.
Nell, yeah.
She's in Espada.
She's cool.
And then she got beat out of it. That's the crazy part. You can just get beat up and then you just like lose your ranking.
You're just left.
Because the person who pretty much kills her is
the new.
What's his name? He's the dude that's like stupid tall. He's like a praying mantis essentially.
Ew.
Like. The poison guy?
No, he's not poison. He's he fought,
no, that's the other guy.
He fought Kenpachi.
Yeah, it's the scorpion guy.
Yeah, what was his name?
He's got the scythe. And shit. I forget his name. All these guys are fucking lit. Fucking Ukiura.
I put
Baryon,
I put
Ukiura
and Grimmjow on like at the top of that. Like those are the two coldest ones
of drip season.
Coyote Stark might be number 1, bro, because he's got straight fucking drip, like literally number 1.
Number 1. He was number 1.
Let me see this guy.
But Baron is probably my favorite.
That's the boy with the guns. Honest. Coyote Stark, the guy with the guns, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course you look like
Baron,
Coyote
the
Stark.
Arnkar King.
Of course you like Coyote Stark. Let me see.
I wish I looked like Coyote Stark.
What was the other dude's name that you just said? Baragon?
Baragon, the Arnkar King.
I fuck with Holly Bell.
She was lit too.
Shark.
Oh yeah, that guy's raw as fuck. Baragon, yeah.
They even had a
the
black
fucking
dude.
Grim Reaper guy.
He's like the anti.
His aura eats you away.
What's the name of the dude that's the captain of Squad 1 in Bleach? The old guy, the fire guy.
Yamamoto.
Oh, Yamamoto.
This guy is like the anti Yamamoto.
He's the nigga chin.
Yeah, the nigga chin.
The nigga chin.
Okay. Dagger, what's your number 4?
All right, coming in at number 4, we got Balalaika, the Russian shard goddess from Black Lagoon. Is the most realistic out of all these villains because it's a early 1990s society, late 1980s society in Southeast Asia. So
Russian crime lord.
Yeah, like all Russian mafia people, they're all ex-KGB, ex-Spetsnaz, Red Army, all that shit. Like every other villain on my list, she realizes her expectations and then surpasses them to get what she wants.
She can shoot,
So
right? She's like a marksman.
Yeah. Like, despite being a woman, she's still the leader of a mafia group. Not that that really matters in that show, because there's hundreds of those, but one that's out of all ex-military people, and particularly Russian military.
You know how badass you gotta be.
She has what we call Stacy energy. She has
you are not man.
You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it, have you, Rel? Black Lagoon.
I've seen it.
You seen it?
I've definitely seen it. Yeah.
That shit is fucking gas.
Oh man.
And not to undermine her as a villain, I'm a big fan. She's a good villain, main villain for this show, considering Revy is kind of the star of the show. She's like the the Gary to Revy's Ash, so to speak.
Ash.
But would you smash?
Yes, easy. Yes, like I don't care. I can look past the waffle back, the crispy ass waffle back. I would thrash.
Waffle back?
You know that shit feels like
something that
pork skin or something.
Waffle back? What's wrong with her back?
She's burned.
She's burned. She's a burn victim.
She's crispy, bro.
I only know that phrase because that's what we used to call this girl that was a burn victim in elementary school.
Oh my god, not the bullying. That's the classic bullying.
Just to hit reality there. Just to hit reality for a second, but
this bitch feels like a leather bag or some shit.
Y'all niggas out here fucking some jerky.
Have you seen it?
Not just anyone, but her, yes.
Nah, I ain't seen it.
Bruh, the same way I say that Dagger would like Phantom, you would like Black Lagoon. Like, this is like a show that you would fuck with heavy. You should watch that. As should anybody else. Because it's damn good. And the dub is damn good.
I'll be honest though, it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard to put her on this list just because everyone is pretty much an asshole villain in Black Lagoon. So
yeah, she's not.
It works. Yeah, but
she's still up there. Though.
Oh yeah, she's ruthless. She's ruthless. She's feared and respected. She will kill anyone provided she was not to counteract my own point here, but she was only kicked out of the military. She was only decommissioned because of she had saved a child. But she does what she wants to do. She took it. She was out of the military. She created her own fucking crime group. And
that makes her complex, though.
Yeah,
that's what
she's feared and respected. Even when she works with the Lagoon Company, it has to be her way. Like, she's telling them what to do. She has the final say on most things.
Wait, she's the main villain?
Pretty much, yeah.
She's not the main villain, but kind of. Cause, like I said, everyone's pretty much a villain in that show. So
yeah, she doesn't stand head and shoulders above the pack. But she is kind of the main villain. I would say. I mean, I don't remember it too well, but
yeah.
Okay.
Gotta rewatch.
Willie, what's your number 4?
Oh man, Xansus from Hitman Reborn. That nigga was different.
You gotta watch Hitman Reborn because I'm certainly not.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
Why you gotta watch it? Why?
Because it's a fucking
Hitman
200
Reborn.
plus episode sub. But I know it's gas. I'll watch it eventually, but it's just so far.
No, it's gas, bro. It's something you should like.
But dude, Xansus. Nah, it's not. This has been done. But fucking Xansus was just different, bro. He's just another guy who changed the tone of the show when he pulls up. Because like again, Suna, the main character of the show, he's just a pussy. He's a big ass wimp, and most of the guys he fights are like, tough for wimps. When Xansus pulls up, and like the show's actually based off of mafia. And Suna is supposed to be a mafia boss. And then the whole time, his mentor is trying to like get him prepared to be a boss. Like, hey, you got to fight some real guys, because his mentor is like OG as shit. Before his transformation, some crazy thing happened to him. But it was like he's OG as fuck. He was like, hey, Suna, you have to get ready because some guys are gonna start gunning for your boss position. And Xansus pulls up, and he's actually a boss of his own like side of the family. He leads a hitman squad. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. He like rises through the ranks of Mongolia, becomes boss of this hitman squad, and he has the sky element, which also makes him a leader to be a boss. When he pulls up to fight Suna, it's like, hey, you're dog shit. You're wimpy as shit. I'm about to whip your ass. Like, it was crazy when he pulls up. Because Xansus actually kills niggas. Like, everybody else just got beat up. Like, when Xansus fought you, you died. Like, he was crazy. He was like, yeah, this nigga's gonna die. Like, and the crazy thing, Reborn his mentor really wanted to help Suna, but because of his like contract, he couldn't help Suna, and like he would just sit there and like shake for Suna. He was like, "Damn, I really want to help you because you can't beat him just yet." It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous when Xansus pulls up, and he's drippy as fuck too.
That sounds hype.
He was raw, man.
What about his scar? I'm curious about his scar. Do they explain that or?
He kind of pulls up with it. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. They did talk about it.
But either way, that's a recipe for success. Prior villains.
Does this man have a pet tiger that I'm seeing?
It's his sky beast that comes with his sky flame he has. They all have one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
The bosses of the families have like big cats. They have like big lions or some shit. It's crazy raw.
Gnarly.
So raw.
Ooh, just for that,
me I have to watch this.
Just for that, maybe I have to bump it up. But for long shonen, it's thick. I gotta watch Kuroko no Basket, and I gotta watch D Gray Man, Fist of the North Star.
Watch Inuyasha.
I started Naruto, so I have to finish Naruto.
You gotta finish it, or Hunter x Hunter.
You gotta finish One Piece, dude.
You gotta finish Hunter x Hunter. One Piece can kick rocks. I feel like I'm a One Piece guy. Like I said previously.
At heart.
Yeah, everybody has a big four shonen that they that will resonate with them. I feel like One Piece is mine, but that dude's tripping.
We'll never know.
Yep. Yeah. Not for now, anyway. But yeah.
Man, awesome.
Xansus sounds crazy. I kind of want to watch the show more now.
He's raw as fuck.
Yeah.
He's so fucking raw.
So these guys just hang out at arcades and beat people up?
Not Xansus. The guys Suna fights before they do that. Xansus is a leader of a hitman squad, bro. Like, he legit kills people. Like, his dad before him was the boss. He said, "Nah, you can't be the boss because you're a bastard." And he was like, "Nigga, what? I'm gonna do my shit." He was like, "I'm gonna do my
Ramsey.
shit." And then he just becomes he take his squad. His squad is legit as fuck. They pull up. It's a squad versus squad fight every arc, and like Xansus' squad is deep and dangerous. It's crazy. They all fear the fuck out of him, but they also love him too. It's a good show. Good show. Good family.
Is that gonna be? Oh man, I'll have to ask you that later. But damn, kind of want to watch it now. But fuck, it's so long.
I've seen it like 4 times. Like, this shit is like,
I'm tripping.
I just can't top 10 it. I can't top 10 it.
My number 4.
It's just not my top 10.
My number 4, Medusa from Soul Eater. Such a fucking lit villain.
Babe.
Extremely underrated. Underrated villain from an underrated show. Low key fine, also low key crusty because she be walking around without shoes.
Low key.
Her powers completely unique. I fuck with that. The little arrow fucking shits that she uses.
Yeah.
She has goons. She has goons out the wazoo. I'm a big fan of the infiltration angles too. How she was like the school nurse. That shit was lit. And, like, she was really nice as a nurse, but she in reality is pretty much the main villain of the show.
Is a bitch.
So that I fucked with. Speaking of her being a bitch, I hated her the first time I was watching Soul Eater, which means that she was doing her job.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck this bitch. God, I fucking hate this bitch. That's what she was made to do, to be hated.
You gotta love him.
Oh, bro, you mean her mistreatment of her own son didn't get to you like that? Bro?
Exactly. Corona. I almost said Corona. His name is Corona. Corona, like the fucking way she abused the shit out of him. Fuck. And him, like he's such an interesting character. Yeah. She gets
such a sad boy.
She gets credit for it. Yeah, a real sad boy. None of this fake shit. He's real sad boy. Some real abuse. He had a bully on his back. He couldn't get rid of him.
He could get that boy could get down though. That nigga was stupid strong when he pulled up.
Ragnarok.
He's so raw. Man, I fuck with him. I fuck with Corona heavy. And Medusa was bullying. Was a tough ass parent, I guess, to him. She also succeeded, which cannot be said for a lot of these guys on all of our lists, but she succeeded because she said, I'm going to bust out the Kishin, and she succeeded in doing that.
Yep.
Which is almost unprecedented. I mean, not a lot of people are doing that, or not a lot of villains are achieving their goal.
You know,
I think she's also the only villain on this list to get turned into a baby.
I forgot about that. But King Piccolo, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
King Piccolo gets turned into a baby. Both on my list. Fuck.
Oof.
But yeah, Medusa.
Baby man.
She's raw. She's kind of hot. I hated her. I loved her. She's a good villain. What's your number 4, Rel?
Garou from One Punch Man, and this man right here is pretty gas. Yes, he's season 2, strictly season 2. Pretty sure he's going to be in season 3 from the manga, I'm guessing.
What does he do? Because I haven't even seen any. I've seen a little bit of him because I've seen a little bit of season 2, but
you want like spoiler free, or you want
what? I mean, I kind of want
no spoiler.
I kind of want the spoiler.
I mean, pretty much throughout the whole season 2, he's like the main villain because he's just going around beating up heroes. Like,
I was gonna say, is he like a hero? Is he like a hero killer kind of thing? Like,
yeah, he's like a hero.
Exactly what he is.
Oh,
he's just mopping niggas up. Like he gets jumped by like at least 7 different heroes, and he mops them all up.
When he fought Metal Bat, oh my god.
Metal Bat.
This man is crazy.
Don't sleep. Hey, One Punch.
He has crazy hands in formation, and he's just that man. He just hates heroes because he was getting beat up as a kid because he was just always made as the like monster. So he just grew up just to be like that.
Yeah,
he was crazy, bro. He was crazy, bro, when I was reading about him.
I need to see
man.
Season 2. I've only seen some of it.
It is gas. It's a lot more fighting in there. A lot more like raw fights, I would say, definitely too. Especially from him, because like he's going throughout like the whole show just trying to get like better people to fight, and like he's just beating ass.
Yeah, martial
Like,
arts.
literally just
Martial arts art coming up.
it took two it took two old niggas to like really beat him up, and like they really didn't even get to finish him because the monsters came and saved this man.
Hey, bro. That just means he's gonna be valuable in the future.
Very valuable.
Nah, that boy do got hands though. That nigga is dumb strong.
Need to fucking see it. Really need to fucking see it. So
Yeah, this demon form looks pretty fucking gnarly, I will say.
Yeah, 12 episodes. We
quick 12.
we
Quick
did this
12.
before. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's clean. All right, Dak, what's your number 3?
All right, coming in at number 3, we have another crime syndicate guy, Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. Crime syndicate boss becomes the boss, through standard bad guy means, killing out all the competition, going against what people who are trying to advise you say, and just taking everyone out. Has a bitter outlook on life, which is relatable. Sees it for what it is, pretty much, like Spike Spiegel does as well. They're two sides of the same coin in that respect.
Mm-hmm. The crow.
Yeah.
Has
the
a
crow.
fucking crow.
The fucking pet crow.
I feel like he also fits into Cowboy Bebop. Episodic, kind of funny, not really, funny, but like, charming. But when Vicious steps on the scene, Spike's energy is a little different.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, here comes this guy. And the last fight, I mean, they did it right. Like, they did that last fight, and it lives up to the fucking hype. Where that last fight,
it was a pretty good fight.
The whole last episode, and shit hits the fucking fan. He's just cold as fuck. I wish we would have saw more of him. Though.
Facts. That nigga was raw. Nigga was very raw.
A sword in a show where people use guns and travel in space.
Exactly. No gun. Straight sword play. Sword talk.
Yo, you niggas is bums.
Whole lot of
homicide energy.
Whole lot of that.
If I use a gun, I know I'm gonna win. I'm giving you a handicap, boy. Come on now.
Oh no.
You don't want me to whip out the strap, boy. Yeah, his nickname is the Venomous Snake, which is enough. That's cool enough. Like Toguro, he's the cool villain trope, but
he's got a badass design too. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gray hair. The scowl and the bags under the eyes. You
show me
the man
Spike.
Does not sleep.
You show me Spike. You tell me that's the main character. Then you show me Vicious and tell me that's the main villain, and I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Sense.
I get it. I'd watch this.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. That's raw.
Oh. Well, I watched this. Niggas. I can't believe niggas will actually look at that and say they wouldn't watch it. Disgusting.
It's just people.
It's because it's not a dick showing contest. So
yeah. People have their perception of what's good, and then they start watching Bebop, and if it's not what their perception of good is, like for instance, they'll be like, my perception of good is Dragon Ball Z, or my perception of good is is the pissing contest, or it is Death Note style binge TV. Then you're not gonna really. Then Bebop might be a little too artsy for you, even though it's not like it's a super artsy show or anything. It's pretty straightforward, but you're getting an episodic show. It's mostly every episode is going to be a different adventure, with the exception of a few smaller arcs within, and an overarching plot. But it's a fucking masterpiece still.
If I can put on my 30, I don't know how old he was, but he's 30-something-year-old cousin onto the show, and he watched it and said it's good, then most people can definitely do the same.
It's good for casuals too. It's good for casuals too because it's not too crazy with the anime shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's good for casuals. It's good for people that just regularly want to watch something. You can watch Cowboy Bebop.
It'll blow a casual's fucking mind, dude.
Yeah.
But my thing is,
just
the casuals are looking for that. Netflix's You or like Game of Thrones or like the binge quality. Like Bebop doesn't necessarily have that. It's just kind of something you sit on and you're like, man, that was solid. I fuck with that. On to the next thing. On to the next episode where they do a different thing. And you just have to appreciate the characters and their burdens and all that stuff. So, Willie.
I just saw a lit side by side of him and Sephiroth, by the way.
Oh, that is raw. Yeah.
Share that. Find that and share that. I need that.
Willie, what's your 3?
Doflamingo from One Piece.
Is it Doflamingo? I've been saying Doflamingo this whole time.
I've been saying Don Flamingo.
Don. I don't think it really matters.
I thought it was Don. Yeah, I thought it was Don.
There's no Don. There's no N. I'm pretty sure there's no N.
Yeah, there's no N. But Doflamingo, bro, he's that's just my dog, bro. Like, cause One Piece to me has a bunch of cool villains. Like, it was just like Doflamingo. What I like about One Piece is like their powers are unique as fuck, but he makes them work extremely well all the time. Like Doflamingo's powers is he controls strings. And I was like, how do you make controlling strings cool, Oda? Like, you want me to stop watching this show right now? And then when you see him fight, you're like, what the fuck? He's doing this all with strings. Like, he walks on air, he grabs people without him noticing. They're like razor sharp. They tear through everything. He can make like one the size of. He can make like a whole bunch of threads and like cover an island, and he can just start ripping people to shreds if he wanted to. Like, it's so different. Like, and you can't see them. They're all invisible until you have like a hockey, some blah, 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 blah. But like, I was like, wow. And then like One Piece has great backstories, and his backstory was just like, it was so pure villain. Like he was born into like this rich family and they controlled everything. And eventually, like, I guess his dad, the people got like tired of him being the one. And they were like, we're going to revolt against the family. And they had Doflamingo, his brother Cortisone, and his dad chained up against the wall, and they were throwing rocks and sticks at him. And Doflamingo he just looked at them all, and he just yelled, I'm going to get down here and kill all of you. He just kept yelling it and yelling it and yelling it. And then like he has this ability called Conqueror's Haki, which only great pirates have that. And then with that ability, you can like just knock anybody off like with just pure intimidation. So like he literally knocked out a crowd of people just off of constant screaming. And that's when they found out he was like destined to be, a great pirate. And it was crazy. Like Doflamingo had been the GOAT from like age 4 to 30 something, just whipping ass. And he had hella hoes.
I was gonna say the drip. He is so fucking clean.
He's got hella fucking hoes. Everybody does what he says. If Doflamingo flick his finger, you don't know if you're gonna die. Like, niggas be so scared of this man. He controls everything. Yep, need it.
Pimpin'.
Need that pick right there.
You're selling me on these, man. I'm like, fuck. This
guy
sounds
my boys.
this guy
is lit. Like when he starts fighting, bro, it's like, yeah, like how is he doing this? Just whooping ass. And they're all ridiculously strong too. They all have like a decent like physical strength to them. They can they're durable. They don't have beams or anything, but they just like really whoop ass.
They throw hands.
Yes, sir.
How soon does Doflamingo come into play?
Not soon at all. If you want to be honest with you.
Oh,
keep it real cheap. Keep it a buck.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening for a good little minute. You got a whole bunch of other good stuff to watch before you get to Doflamingo.
That's like way after the CP9, isn't it?
Wow, that's way after CP9, bro. It's like,
oh my goodness,
that's where I left off at.
That's a stretch. It's Dressrosa. Oh man, you know how long I'm waiting to see like Doflamingo fight. I think I was an adult. I wanted to see Doflamingo fight when I was a teenager, and I saw him fight as an adult.
What's his name? Is it Oda? Is that his name?
Yeah, Hachiro Oda.
Fucking Oda.
Eiichiro. Yeah,
why do you
Oda.
do this?
But, bro, that shit is dank. One Piece is crazy good. You know how many times I've read One Piece and watched One you know what, I'm done. And then one backstory hits, I'm like, all right, I'm back. And I'm just sitting there,
JK.
80 episodes in, like, damn, what the fuck did I just do? Fell in love all over again. This shit's good.
greatest adventure story of all time, many people say.
Yeah, bro, that's Doflamingo in a nutshell. Stop being poor. Just stop being poor.
So my number.
I think that was actually a Paris Hilton.
A Paris Hilton parody. This picture that you just posted.
Yeah. When she was DJ Paris Hilton.
So my number 3
signed to YMCMB
is Dragon Ball's King Piccolo. We're talking original Dragon Ball. That super duper pack. This was the first anime that I completed. Was the original Dragon Ball, and King Piccolo on tonal shifts. Dragon Ball is a fun loving, it's kind of just Kid Goku being stronger than people, kind of dicking on them a little bit, and the last arc is King Piccolo, who ends up...
He gets dicked on a lot.
Who ends up becoming Piccolo. But King Piccolo, who is Piccolo's dad, but also him, they do like a weird thing.
Yeah, one of those.
But he starts killing fuckers. I mean, that's the first time anybody's really... that's the first time people die in Dragon Ball is King Piccolo and his sons. They start fucking killing shit. Tambourine fucking ices the shit out of fucking
Krillin.
Yeah,
Krillin
just kicks this dude right in the fuck, just kills him,
kicks him and breaks his neck.
Krillin. And I was like, damn, like, cause nobody's dying until King Piccolo comes along.
Krillin's first death.
He's also technically Piccolo, which is lit as fuck, because he reincarnates himself upon death to be Piccolo. So Piccolo, as you know him, makes his debut as his own father in Dragon Ball. That sounds heavy, but it's the truth.
Damn.
I am my own dad.
But he sets the stage for Z. Like, there is no Z without King Piccolo, and I fucking love him.
King Piccolo,
yeah,
never made
like,
it.
It's crazy that people don't even know. Like, most people that watch DBZ or Super or whatever,
have no idea.
Like, they don't even know. They don't fucking know.
Quickly,
yeah.
If you like Dragon Ball Z and you haven't seen Dragon Ball, for fuck's sake, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Like, Kid Goku. You get to see how everything came to be. Tien, Krillin, they all get shine.
Well, they were relevant.
Yes, exactly. They were doing stuff.
Actually important to the story.
Bulma, launch. Oolong. Damn.
Oolong. Fucking Oolong. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's my number 3. Rel, what's your number 3?
You got the GOAT Sensui from the GOAT show, one of the GOAT shows, the Yu Yu Hakusho, of course.
Yep.
Probably one of my most interesting villains on here is because he's just so goddamn complex.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking crazy, but like he definitely gets to me when I watch the show because it just makes sense. It really does. Like, how can you call a species of people that were born that way evil just because you don't understand?
I'm so glad you brought that up. I actually like Sensui a lot.
It's fucking Black Angel. It's a crazy ass nickname. Plus on top of that, man got them roundhouse kicks.
Oh, his kicks are crazy.
Oh, God.
Let me say that I was actually on the edge of my seat when he debuted. Like, when he flicks the eraser at the dude's head.
Yes.
Fucking guys.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
He was a really good villain, bro. Sensui was raw as fuck.
We talked about
Can't wait to rewatch that.
How Toguro shifted the dynamic, and then Sensui turned it up even more. Like, oh no.
Picked it up.
You don't even know.
Took it and put it back down in like water.
He said, "Fuck all that. It's
this.
It's
man was
this serious."
Stupid strong. Like,
he was.
defy gravity and defy a lot. Like he was literally like causing earthquakes just by flying and shit.
His to what Dagger was saying, his debut. I'm gonna try to find it and put it up. That scene, he flicks dude. Then they look at him and he's looking at them already. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
that's chills, man.
I'm pretty sure. Doesn't it cut to black and white? Like, doesn't it like very like?
It's just like it's like him in a crowd, but everybody is blacked out but him.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
He looks like a fucking psychopath. It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
This shit was crazy, bro. I was like, yo, who is this nigga, bro? He about to be the one. This the one. This the one.
This is it. Straight bump.
And he was the last he was the last good part of Yu Yu Hakusho. That last 10 episodes or whatever after him was not quite as good as the rest of the show.
Meh.
Nope. I would never say the same.
Not quite.
He definitely pushed them as characters because they definitely got stronger just by fighting him.
Yeah, he was
setting up the next part a little bit, but it's just so goddamn fast.
Sadistic as fuck. Like he was doing shit. Like he was about his hands too.
Like, it was like 168 too.
Like the other personalities, that would have been wrong.
Oh yeah, he had multiple personalities too.
And
it's crazy. He was crazy.
This man had a fucking gun. How did he just envision a gun on his hand? Like, it was
It's like Apocalypse.
When like that personality came out, that shit was crazy raw. I was like, bro, he's about to fucking put Yusuke in the grave again. Oh my god.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho deserves to be talked about as like way better than DPC. I don't know why people don't consider that like often. Like it's a lot better. Like
it's Hunter x Hunter's daddy.
Not enough circle jerk.
It's like
Hunter x Hunter's daddy.
Like how Hunter x Hunter hits, Yu Yu Hakusho hits like non-stop. It's crazy how that guy has like 2 series like that. That's amazing. But like, oh man, Yu Yu Hakusho is like nothing but hits.
Yep. And you know why?
All the character.
Because it's fucking old. That's why people don't watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking old.
Tripping.
You all need to go. Go fuck yourself or watch it if you haven't seen it.
Man,
one or the other.
I couldn't do a reboot. I couldn't do a reboot. I couldn't see no new animation.
Fuck a reboot. If you're asking for a Yu Yu Hakusho reboot. Don't say it, Ralph, because I'm about to slander everybody that's asking for one. We can't. It was already a masterpiece.
That shit was amazing, bro.
It's fine. Okay,
I could see like a
leave it the fuck alone.
I could see like a high quality rendering or like try to make it 4K, but still keep the old animation because that just gotta stay. It's just gotta stay like that. So is it grody?
It's gross. I tried to watch it on Hulu just to see how it was.
Some parts of it are grody, but man, if you kids don't fucking suck it up and watch the GOAT, this is OG shonen. Putting in work like,
and it hits hard.
It's good, man. You got it.
If you like shonen, this is must watch.
Exactly. If you like shonen, it's must watch. It's must watch. End of discussion.
Has pretty much mostly all elements.
And Yusuke was the blueprint. He was the blueprint for that kind of the shit talking, edgy, Ichigo style dickhead, like protagonist. So if you're into that kind of thing,
Ichigo.
Yeah, he was a raw ass MC. Yusuke was a dope ass MC, bro. I don't give a fuck who it is. Y'all getting these hands. Man, woman, I'm beating that ass. Yeah, he's the original come to the street.
You want to get your ass kicked again?
Come to the streets. I will beat your motherfucking ass.
We honestly can't forget that they gave him a disease and he was gonna like die in like a couple months. It was pretty fucked up.
Man.
Damn. Yeah. It's crazy nasty.
All right.
I think he had cancer for it.
I'm pretty sure Kenshin. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Yeah, no, listen.
I'm gonna let y'all have it. All right, Daga.
Watch the Kenshin OVAs.
Yeah, the OVAs are really good for running Kenshin. Daga, what's your number 2?
All right.
We have to pace. We have to pace up a tad.
Yeah. All right. Number 2, I got Naraku / Onigumo. I'll explain that momentarily. But the main villain from Inuyasha. He's very similar to my number 1. That's all I'll say there. He's the kind of villain that makes incarnates of himself. You know, like he's got at least 5 from what I can think of. Probably another one from the manga or something. But his name literally means hell. He was born as a human. You know, I think he gets burned. He gets burned, and then Kikyo is sending to his bandages, or not. Key character, right?
You said what?
Like Kikyo is the main. She's the MC. Who's the name of the priestess that he fucking? Not to give the whole show away. The one who she's incarnate of.
No, Kikyo, you talking about Kagome? Kikyo is the priestess. Kagome is the main character.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Kikyo, Kikyo tends to his bandages. He realizes that he's in a. To me, it appears he's in a position to where like anything that he could want as a human, he can no longer have. So that causes him to hate the world. He wants to die. Like he sacrifices himself as a human to burn and become a demon. But he's incomplete, hence what drives the entire plot. For him to completely rid himself as a human, he requires the Shikon Jewel.
Naraku is dope as fuck, man.
Fuck with his coat.
Unlike anyone else on this list, number 1 kind of included in that, I guess. He has no redeeming qualities. He is completely evil. Like everything he does is bad. It's for his own gain. It does nothing to help anyone.
I can appreciate that. That's a common misconception with villains is that to be a good villain, you don't have to be relatable.
Yeah,
you don't have to have an honorable cause. That makes it interesting, but you could just be a straight up evil
dick.
Yeah, that's okay if it's entertaining enough. Like you don't have to be. You don't have to have a reason.
Been beat as a child.
Or at least not a good reason, anyway.
He was beat as a child, and that's why he killed others.
Another show I need to watch.
Poison kind of guy.
All right.
Poison kind of guy. Just the poison gas, the miasma is what it's his most frequently used weapon. But ultimately, he takes many forms. He can shapeshift. He does all that.
Okay.
Potentially the strongest villain I've ever seen.
Is he Bleach scale strong? Last question on that. Is he Bleach scale strong?
Nah.
Yes and no.
Nah.
Okay, that's fine.
You're forgetting that Inuyasha's weapon does what all the Bleach weapons do, except.
But Inuyasha is not built like them, though. Inuyasha is not built like them. Body wise, no.
Inuyasha
Them boys
could contend with the Bleach
them
guys.
boys are too fast. Sorry.
Flashed up.
Them boys are too fast.
Slice.
And if you want to get
if
you want to get OD, like I'd say like he might beat Ichigo episode 1 through 40. No, because he gets he don't do it. Sorry, he don't do it, bro.
I feel like you're trying to episode 1 through 40.
Yeah, you're
maybe some
bro. 1 through 40, 1 through 40
Maybe
doesn't
some
he fight like Kenpachi, bro?
No, he doesn't. That's like 50. That's like it's definitely happens in the first 66. I don't think it's the first 40.
Yeah, I'm about to say he starts
like
I don't know.
He fights.
I mean,
Renji,
okay.
But Renji.
Okay. Ichigo's sword before it awakens. So it's the fat broadsword.
Talking about
Before he knows the Shikai.
Yeah. Before it becomes an actual like, you know how the Zanpakuto is like a kind of like a broadsword in the first beginning episodes, and it turns into the long, weird butcher knife looking thing Zanpakuto.
Sabimaru.
That's because broke his soul chain and like essentially like shattered his soul powers.
Yeah, like okay, the Ichigo before that,
Oh yeah,
Inuyasha he might be able to handle
that's a
that.
better match. That's a good
Yeah,
match.
because like when Ichigo when they awaken, they're up. The boys are up. Like this, they fight.
It's up, then it's
Well,
stuff.
I mean, he basically went through a hyperbolic time chamber, bro.
Come on.
Okay. Okay. Will, what's your number two?
Well, Akashi from Kuroko no Basuke,
He comes in at the end of season 1, right? Or is he a
red
season?
hair.
Is he a season 2?
I think I think he only pops up in season 2. I think
I don't
because
think I've seen him yet. I don't think I've seen him yet.
he's the final guy you meet in their group. He's just a sociopath who's addicted to winning. Like his entire family wins, so he doesn't know what a loss is. And like you know how the show's based on basketball, and they were all they were all like a huge team in middle school, and he was the captain of the team, and they all started maturing, and he was the best player on the team, but they all started maturing in the eighth grade and they all started like branching out in their own like abilities. And then during that moment, in those moments, they started like, okay, I'm going to be the captain now, Akashi, because you kind of suck now. Like I'm the one getting the boards, I'm really scoring. Aomi's the one that's really getting the points. Kisei can do whatever, and like they're calling him out, and he just has like this weird breakdown where he just becomes the best again. Like his family's just so obsessed with winning. Everything he does is perfection. He just started to win. They did a 1v1, him and this 7 foot tall eighth grader. Like he's fucking crazy. And Akashi's like down, like they're going to 5. Akashi's down 4-0. He just awakens and he starts like crossing everybody up. He just crosses this dude up. He starts falling. He can start making threes and everything. Like when he says sit down, he crosses them up and they get on their knees and they just sit down like that, like they're kneeling to him. It's called the Emperor's Eye. He's fucking ridiculous, bro. He's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like he just like like Kagami walks up on him and he's just like Kagami's the main character of the show. And he's trying to size up Akashi, and he's just like, man, what? And he's just like, you need more like respect. I'm gonna teach you some respect in the practice rounds. And that boy learned respect. Like he did when he said you need to kneel, he just crossed him up, and Kagami just sits down like he's kneeling, and he'll just start like shooting. And then they thought he could only shoot. He just ran up and just slammed that bitch as soon as they thought that. It was crazy. That was a good show. He's a great villain too because is just a dick. He's just a fucking dick.
But you can't beat him.
Can't. You really can't.
Oh, that's clean. That's clean.
Hasn't lost ever.
Another show I need to fucking catch up on. I only watched season 1, so I have 50 episodes to go. My numero dos is Griffith. Sus nigga alert.
All right. Sus nigga alert.
First off, he's about his goals. That I respect. Sex with women, sex with men, no problem. Is all about achieving the ultimate power, which I can respect. He has raw ass scenes like beating spoiler alert, beating Guts in that first fight that they have, so that he wins.
Yep.
He wins Guts essentially. He beats the main character in a fight, and then when he fucks that princess or whatever. Both of those are very raw scenes, very raw, sick dubs for him. His character design is fucking icy. He's handsome as shit. He has the charisma to inspire the Band of the Hawk, including Guts, including Casca, including that one blonde kid. All people with their own motives, but he's able to round them up.
Make them love him, to be honest.
Make them adore him. It's so sick. You haven't seen the Berserk ending. You should, man.
That shit.
Because
that shit makes my stomach.
Exactly. That shit will make your stomach hurt because it is fucked up.
He plays to his strengths, bro. Griffith is a true asshole.
If you haven't seen Berserk, that's the greatest. That's probably my second favorite ending in all of anime. The complexity in his interactions, his his atrocious interactions with Casca in the ending of the show are very intriguing and very fucked up and all over the place. It's a GOAT ending, ultimate full blown heel turn. If you didn't think he was a bad guy by the end of the show, you're like, damn, like, yeah. That's pretty much all I had to say about him. I like how he starts off too, where it's kind of like, oh, you know, he's the guy, but then you kind of see that he's about his paper, he's about his goals.
I'm only about them stacks, man.
So, Rel, what's your number 2?
We got Madara, Naruto Shippuden. Just probably one of the best Uchihas, honestly, in my opinion, because he's just stupid raw, dead or alive, either way you like him. Like his whole intro into the fucking anime is just like one versus a whole pretty much battalion of just ninjas from different villages, and this man is just mopping them up.
Yeah,
he's just mop them niggas to hell.
Like, I forget the actual number, but it said like he defeated like over 100 people, and like those like minutes of him actually like fighting somebody, like he mopped up so many people. And
just
then,
to
like,
prove his existence.
Right after that, he drops like 2 meteors on these niggas. Cleans house even more. This nigga dropped 2 meteors. Suicided himself.
Yeah.
Just a flex, pretty much. Then goes on to pretty much beat all those villages like leaders, leaves them for dead. Nigga's just pretty badass.
Yeah, he handled the fuck out of everybody.
He was, and up until the end, he only like really loses because he gets betrayed by somebody he didn't even think could even betray him. Like, it's stupid grimy, but he's just dumb raw.
I believe it. I'm definitely going to watch Shippuden, but skip the fillers.
Fire.
I'll watch the Naruto fillers, because
there's some fillers in it that are very like for like shit that they like don't even show, but it's still filler technically, but it's still good ass filler.
You're gonna have to point me to it, because
gotcha.
I know that shit's like 40%, 40+%.
Yeah.
That's too much for a 400 episode show. It's too much. That's too high of a number.
I remember when Naruto started getting back on track, and Shippuden got back on track, man. Dank.
But that scene of Madara taking like that whole fucking army.
Yep.
That's one of the coldest scenes in anime history.
Hey, that shit is ridiculous. He was whooping their ass, bro.
Through these people, bro. Like, he was catching people's weapons and throwing it back at other people. Nigga dropping off paper bombs on people and kicking them. This nigga
sending them flying.
Came on the ground. He kicked somebody, or he punched them like back into the ground. Like he came out the ground to grab his feet, and he like punched him back, and he like squished him. He's dead.
Just disrespecting every shinobi in that fucking in that room.
To escalate,
like,
perfect.
All these niggas that passed like high level exams just got mopped. Like,
yes,
these ninjas.
He had a crazy hit combo. His hit combo was crazy until he got hit.
To escalate the tension in a show like Naruto Shippuden should tell you how fucking badass this guy is, that he upped the ante even more in a show that had already done that several times over.
And that last pretty much arc is just to keep on amping up.
He gets even sicker every time. Doesn't slow down.
Nope. A fucking beast.
Down to the number ones. Dagger, what's your number 1?
All right, wrapping it up here for me is Sosuke Aizen from Bleach.
Go.
You want to talk about ultimate heel turns? The best heel turn I've ever seen.
I agree with that.
Man, frames his own death, slicks his hair back. He's like, he's the kind of guy that controls reality and matter. Yeah. He does the fucking Scott Hall with fucking Razor Ramon fucking hair, and he's
Oh yes.
Probably if it's not Naraku, it's got to be him. He's definitely the strongest villain I've ever seen outside of DBZ circle jerk villains, but no one talks about those.
But he's up
Go.
there. Yeah.
It was ridiculous, dude. Aizen was ridiculous.
You could say that he has no redeeming qualities, but like, that's still correct, Oh man, classically handsome.
The craziest thing from Aizen I ever saw on that show was when like Grimmjow was talking shit about going to fight Ichigo. He just really wanted to do it, and he was just like, "Man, it's split on, shut up." And he was like, "Grimmjow, please calm down," and he just wouldn't. And then Aizen just flexed his spiritual pressure, and everybody in the room was just like, "Fuck," and like Grimmjow just like stopped moving and stopped talking. I was like, "Bro, this man is really, really about his shit." Like he
just big dick to everybody in the room.
Everybody, I was like, "Bro, this nigga's the truth,
Shut the
bro."
fuck down.
I think his craziest flex is when he's talking to Ichigo in the World of Living, and he's like, "Yeah, if I wanted to, I could touch your chest right now." And he's like, pretty much already touching his chest while he's saying that, and he was like, "Yeah, you would have been dead." That flex right there is probably like one of the hardest.
I'll do it right now.
Pussy. Oh yeah, he's willing to kill anyone close to him.
Yep.
Literally no one is safe from his wrath. Like he does not give a fuck whether you serve him or not. You are a piece. You're a pawn.
Anybody could get it.
Anyone is getting this shit.
Essentially, you have to be strong enough.
Kodak stance.
He's a true mastermind. He's the smartest character in the show too. Like he's smarter than Urahara. Like he figured out the shit with the Hogyoku way before him.
Oh, dumbass nigga. Kicked out of society,
the shit
boy.
that you've dedicated your life to researching. Yeah, I already know about this.
He's very funny.
I love Sosuke Aizen, but I have the mixed bag with him because like every show, like all of your favorite shows, you have that moment where you're like, okay, this is my fucking show. Like that turning point where you're like, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. I had that moment with Bleach when Aizen turned heel and he slicked his hair back and had the Superman S curl, and he was like, "It was me, Austin. I'm the fucking bad guy." And then you don't see him. And then you don't see him because of Bounce.
Yep.
I had my moment, and then they pulled the rug out from under me and said, "No, you don't get him for some time now."
You don't get him.
Pulled the wool from my eyes.
For some reason, you're just not gonna get him.
So I hate that, but fuck, he's lit. He's so fucking lit. So Willie,
so mastermind.
Man, my number one, bro, Izaya from Durarara.
I didn't even know he was the main villain. I thought is blonde hair the main character?
Blonde hair?
Hiwajima?
No.
He's just
Hiwajima,
the main badass.
He's the main badass. That's the only thorn in Izaya's side. He's the only one that stops Izaya from really actually going through with all the plans that just should happen. Because he's just literally incredible. Like Hiwajima he can throw a car. Like Izaya can't really plan against most of the shit he does, and everybody's kind of a snitch on Izaya. But Izaya is like this super genius who kind of just has like this control on the city. He's extremely manipulating. He controls everybody. His love interests are only for control. Like he watches everything, even if you don't think he sees you. He just knows about it. And it's just like, Durarara is one of those shows that's like avant-garde and has like this crazy plot line that it's not linear. It's really hard to follow. If you miss an episode, you're not going to understand. But everything kind of falls in at the end. It's like, wow. So this is what it all is for, and it just makes sense for what Izaya does, especially when you rewatch it. Izaya was like one of the most intricate villains ever, and like he would do everything if Iwo Jima didn't exist. I think it was raw. One of my favorites.
God damn.
All right.
Yeah, definitely need to watch that.
I just hate fucking confusing ass shows. That's like
it's confusing as fuck, bro. Trust me. It took me 5 times to watch it. 5 times. I would get to episode 5 and be like, ew.
So my number 1, light motherfucking Yagami. Of
True
Death
God.
Note.
Yep.
He is in fact a villain. If you have any disagreement about that. He's not an anti-hero. He's definitely kind of goes over into villain territory.
I'm about to say he was a hero,
in episode 1, but he very quickly goes to anti-hero and then very quickly goes to villain. Anti-hero.
You could argue that he was a hero the whole time.
Stop.
If you want to start speaking some facts.
No. Anti-heroes are heroes lacking heroics. Light is a protagonist who does villainous things. Like he's a protagonist in a sense that we're following him, but he is conducting himself like a villain. He's killing innocent people for his own selfish means. As soon as he said, "I'm gonna be the god of the new world," you kind of knew this guy was about to be off of his rocker.
Yeah. You knew that guy was on to something. You knew that guy was on to something.
He was writing down names. He was eating chips. I was like, yeah, this dude's crazy.
I'll take a bite of this
chip and eat it.
He killing petty criminals just to keep his presence felt is a bit over the line. Killing innocent people that are investigating because of what they, it's just.
Well, I mean, you can't see the guy from behind the curtain. They were getting in the way of that.
I love the ending for this show. Not the whole last arc, but like the actual ending, like him going batshit crazy at the end. It was like
that shit was hella lit.
That shit hurts, but fuck, it's so good.
Man, yeah.
You got dicked on by Nier.
It's because he allowed a retard into his group.
Yeah.
Nier Fortnite dance.
Oh, not Nier doing Nier flossing on him.
Gross.
Oh man, dude.
Nier like dressed his ass down. He was like, "Hey, you're not a god. You're not this. You're a fucking serial killer and you're a psychopath because this, that, and the other." I'm like, yeah. This guy's cheese, but he's on the nose on that.
He definitely is. That's
why I liked him.
But it's like it's one of those sociopaths you just gotta be to be a leader.
No, it's not that.
Bruh,
Code Geass is that. Code Geass is that.
The crime rate in the world had gone down significantly. Like everything had changed because of Kira, bruh. Like the
entire world
in a positive note, like everything was like kind of steady. They talked about this, bro. Like Kira wasn't the worst thing.
He kills jaywalkers and stuff. That's out of line.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
No,
that's
I'm
wild.
pretty sure he was testing his powers.
Like, bro, I'm watching porn. I don't deserve to die. Like, I'm literally at the house, not hurting anybody.
Nah, Coomers get the ass.
Bro, like killing the jaywalkers was insane. But man, bro, like y'all bro, that nigga was dope as fuck.
No man should have the power to judge another man in such a strong fashion as Light did.
I disagree.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. You see it right there. This man was crazy. This man was all about. At the end of the day, it was all about him. That's how he felt.
That was all locked up, I wouldn't have no problems.
Yeah, the murderers, the death row murderers, fuck them. You know, I'm with that.
If he was just doing that, I'd be fine with that.
But when people stopped killing, then he was like, all right. Now people that steal. And now people that lie.
Round 2.
and now people that think bad shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
This nigga was going crazy.
Damn, yeah. He took it too far because he wanted to be felt because he was selfish and he had an ego. But at the end of the day, oh Lord.
Like, robot
vortex.
One more time, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
We can hear you now.
I said he bullied.
Can't hear him.
God fucking damn.
Oh man.
I can't hear you at the moment.
When you wish upon us.
Either way.
On the note now. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I stepped outside with the same amount of bars as I was inside. I don't know how.
What did you say?
I asked, did he get bullied like in that first episode?
No. He was just a guy. He was just a top of the class student.
He was the GOAT. He was just the GOAT at everything.
Do-gooder.
Can't be beat.
But he's a villain that we follow, which is unprecedented, at least up to in my TV watching, in my media consuming life. That was a first, and that's forever going to be special.
Yeah, that was a really good show.
It was.
So, Relly,
Yep.
close us out. What's your number one?
My number one would be Aizen, but we're not going to do no duplicate.
Aizen's the GOAT.
That was said about Aizen. So I will agree. Somebody like a pretty like easygoing villain. Like he wasn't too, like he just wants everything, and that's kind of me.
That's Greed. Greed from FMAB.
Yeah, like he just wants everything, but doesn't really like have too much of a plan on how to get it.
Oh, Greed is crazy raw. I love Greed.
And he ultimate defense. Damn, bro, you're
kind of like I'm dipping in and out.
Yes.
You sound real good right now, but when you start talking, it'll fade out again.
Exactly.
Pissed. I said, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, but I was saying, just the whole black scheme of the armor, or whatever, gray, dark gray, space gray.
Yes.
Shit is dumb hard.
Yes.
With the fangs too.
His merging, his greed combining with Ling Yao's greed in Brotherhood. That's some gourmet shit.
Crazy fire.
Very gas.
He's definitely the coolest one out of all the homunculi.
Wait, Pride. I mean, right? Was it Wrath? Yeah, Wrath. Wrath is
Greed is cooler though. Wrath is stronger.
Nah, bro. I'm talking about like that shit was drippy, bro. Just two swords, all seeing eye.
Taking on the tank. Principal Prickly needs to take a back seat on this one.
Hitler mustache.
He's not cooler than Greed. He's a better villain, probably in my opinion. But Greed is definitely cool. That's one thing he just has that on lock. Like,
I just feel different, bro. Because to me, Fewer Bad was way cooler. I was like, bro,
he cool was a rebellious child. Like he actually
because he's stronger.
Like he didn't give a fuck about.
Nah, like just because of the I remember that one he was fighting in the sewer and he had that crazy like the muscle tee with the strap and the what is it? Eye patch.
Jacket?
Yeah, he had the eye patch and like the combat boots. He like some cool fighting game character, bro. Like some guy that I would main. Like I thought that shit was cool. Like I was like that shit wrong. And he had the black gloves too. I was like this nigga Nigga, drippy as fuck. I'd probably rock the Admiral hat too with it, but like that shit was cool to me.
Yeah, that's a hella drippy.
See if I
The
can
outfit
find it.
itself is just enough.
But greed, I mean, I feel like that's just something that resonates with everybody. To want things you don't have, and want
Bro,
them
that's
for
mortal
yourself.
sin, bro.
It is. But wrath is something that maybe not everybody can. It doesn't ring
stomach.
everybody's bell. Maybe yours, Dagna, but not. But and greed has the jacket swag, the glasses.
Yeah, with the fur, the jacket, the fur.
Yep.
The fucking fur.
Cool.
Boots with the fur.
Then Yang's
Furry
fit,
greed.
Sean Lang's fit with the jacket was dumb. That shit was dumb smooth.
Yo, bro, so this fit wasn't smooth, bro. I shared it in the.
Yeah.
Fuhrer Bradley is smooth. He is smooth, but he's a little He's grimier than Greed somehow. Greed is just
This
more
man's dumb swole.
swag,
Just dripping. Nigga had bitches.
and he's one of the cooler characters in the original too, in 2003.
Yeah.
And I know you fuck with Ling Yao Greed.
Yeah, I know. I do.
That shit's clean, man. Okay. How it's both of them, and how Greed still is like, he's also the homunculi with the most redeeming qualities somehow. Like how he kind of comes around more so than the rest of them. I just fuck with that heavy too.
Like I said, like he was rebelling against father. Like they was all on his dick, and he was like, "Nah, I'm
about me. I'm number one."
Yeah, I can't fuck with you. Number two. Number two or three or four,
want, bro.
Yeah, man. How many greeds were there? They said like greed just always does that, just breaks off on his own.
Yep.
Cause what the fuck else is he gonna do?
Yeah. That's why I fuck with him.
Yeah, that shit was raw.
Dwarf and Flask, best villain.
But that rounds out our top 20, our top 5 villains individually. Who had the best top 5? Let us know, and also let us know why it was me.
You're down with your dog in it.